Well. Today we're going to talk about the difference between a backlog and a reserve, at least as I see it in the realm of miniature painting. I recently had this little relapse into, painting miniatures, and I soon realized that the problem space had shifted quite a lot. In practical terms, when it comes to buying small plastic soldiers to play around with, I have pretty much unlimited funds. The limit nowadays is the time, both the time it takes to paint them but also the time to play them. Which, as stated before, it fits quite well into playing kill team. But my plan was to have two kill teams. I mean, you can't. If I play with one team and my opponent play with one team, you can't really be sure, if it's down to the teams that it's a boring game or a great game, or if it's actually something in the game itself. So I figured I need two teams to really try it out. And my choice was, first of all, the Space Marines, because, they're flexible, you can do anything. And my plan was to have some tactical Marines, providing some heavy weaponry like the heavy bolter, and some reavers to jump in there and slash around. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And I was gonna build them on these guys with the robes here, because I thought that would look nice. That was before I realized that the reavers are actually kind of much bigger than the other ones. Or perhaps this guy is the midget, I don't know. Anyway. And the second team was supposed to be a more nuts team. With a few rocket boys, I think they're called, storm boys, something like that. Well, rocket orcs jumping in, tying up the foe, and then walking in there with some mega things. Because I remember I actually had one of those back in the days, and it was really fun to paint. And that was my plan for two kill teams. But before these boxes even arrived at home, there was a new release, Kill Team 2, Octarius, whatever you call it. And, well, I just waited it out, got the boxes, and then finally I got the compendium. And it was quite a disappointment. The orc team was not valid at all, and mixing these guys together, well, it didn't really exist. It went down to quite a disappointment. Disappointed as it was, I did take some time to watch some reviews at least, and soon I realized that those people actually bothered to play the game instead of just whining about not being able to use their own kill teams. Actually liked the game. So I thought, well, let's give it a go then. And quickly I assembled these tactical marines, because I thought, they're the basis of the game pretty much. What can go wrong? They must be rather nice to start out and try the game with, I also painted some orcs because, well, who can resist painting some orcs? And also partially because my son found these boxes and said, Dad, we're gonna do this one. They look awesome. And I think they do. But then came the reavers. I wasn't really keen on actually getting one of these teams together because they were not that different from the Marines. It was pretty much the same thing. One guy short, even though they're taller, and small differences, So I thought I need something else. So I got these mechanical guys. Partially because I think they look cool, but also because they're a very different team, or at least a bit different team. Less elite, with more models. I thought they would make for a diversified gaming experience. But now I was kind of stuck. because I got all this inspiration of, you know, I want to paint Tyranids. I want to kit bash these knobs into an orc team, because I really like the knobs better than the regular orcs. But I also promised myself that I wouldn't start something new before I'd finished the old stuff. And I did have one box. I even had 2 boxes. Damn it, I even had 3 boxes. Just standing around with no real use for, as I saw it at the point. So, what to do? It's not like I have the need to paint models to display them, because that's not gonna happen. I just have to store them somewhere. And well, what to do? Well, I just forced myself to start with the Reavers, and I made a plan for the Dark Angels Company veterans to convert them into a Death Watch team. But really, the Reavers, I assembled them, but then I got stuck. I found 0 satisfaction. I realized I was back to the I have to finish the army sort of thoughts. And I really didn't like it. So I thought, well, screw this. I will have none of this. The solution appeared when I acquired the White Dwarf 468 with the updated list for the mechanical guys. Not that it differs that much from the compendium, but together with the lists of the 2 teams in the starter box, which are not owned, but I mean I've seen the teams, I realized that at some point all teams are gonna get new lists. And there's no rush. I can keep this box with Marines around and I can use it then. If I haven't built a Death Watch kill team by then, just because I felt like it. And if I can't use it to the updated list, I might just do a kill team, I mean Death Watch team right then. And the Reavers, I had assembled 5 of those. I just did a simplified zenithal highlighting with a brush and thought, well, I'm just gonna try these contrast paints out. I did black and I did grey and I did orange. And suddenly I realized that I really liked it. It was just relaxed, fun painting because I didn't have any pressure, and I actually liked the color coding as well. Orange for the close combat guy, black for the sergeant, and grey for the shooty guys. That's nice. And I still have 5. Actually, I still have 3. My son stole 2 of them because they had swords. But I still have 3 of those guys, so if I play with them, I find that I have to have more close combat guys. I can just do more of them. And if I find I need more shooty guys, I can do more shooty guys. There's no rush. They can stay in the box. And that's pretty much the lesson here. I shouldn't, worry about stuff like this. It should be for fun. Admittedly, I did have some bad luck there, buying stuff right at the new release, but it was also a mistake. 2 lessons learned here. First of all, just do fun stuff. It's a hobby. It shouldn't be a backlog of things you have to do. As soon as it's not fun, it's just a pure waste of time. Worst case scenario, I will just take all the unfinished stuff and just dump it at the floor down at the local game store, and whoever stumbles upon it gets to keep it. And to keep that flowing, second lesson is that buy small and finish it off. Buy small, finish it off. Buy small, finish it off. And then perhaps keep a box or 2 as a reserve to tap into whenever you feel like just doing something else. As long as I keep vigilant on this not overbuying stuff, I think I'll just keep going and enjoy myself. I think that's the key. Anyway, that's it for today.